Mr. Deputy Speaker, this is not a mere technical matter. This is not something which doesn't make a policy change. This, in fact, this regulation is asking this House, I believe for the first time since it came back, to criminalise an obscure aspect of trade within the United Kingdom. This issue may well be obscure, but its significance is in inverse proportion to its obscurity. Because what this statutory instrument seeks to do is to make a fundamental change to the previous order. And the previous order, of course, is the 2012 order. And what did it say? It said that it was an offence, a criminal offence, for a person to undertake the introduction of an alien species or the translocation of a locally absent species, except under and in accordance with the conditions of a permit. And then it went on to say, the translocation of a locally absent species within Northern Ireland or to Northern Ireland from another part of the United Kingdom. Sorry, it said, this paragraph does not apply to the translocation of a locally absent species within Northern Ireland or to Northern Ireland from another part of the United Kingdom if the Department has served notice under Regulation 8.2 and the person undertaking the transaction that a permit is not required. So, up to this moment, if a fish farm or a pet shop, who are the most likely relevant bodies for legislation such as this, had a permit covering the translocation of one of these species from anywhere else in the United Kingdom to Northern Ireland, it could not, it would not be a criminal offence, because the United Kingdom, through its permits, was governing that arrangement. What this regulation does is it removes the caveat about the rest of the United Kingdom. It now makes it a criminal offence to trade on an item such as this within the United Kingdom. That is no technical or non-policy issue. That is a fundamental outflow from the protocol. Because what that is declaring is that, courtesy of the protocol, Northern Ireland and the United Kingdom are now so separated that the rest of the United Kingdom is a non-EU third country, an alien jurisdiction, in the words of this order. That we're no longer integral within the United Kingdom. We are now criminalising trade within the United Kingdom. And why are we doing that? Why is the DUP minister asking us to do that? Because the DUP are now promoters of the protocol. Without the protocol, you wouldn't have this order in front of you. Now, the junior minister managed to speak to us for 10 minutes or more and never once mentioned the protocol. Why? Because they don't want the public to know that they're in the business of legislating under and for the protocol. But you can't hide it. Just read the explanatory note of this statutory instrument. The statutory rule will ensure Northern Ireland remains aligned with EU rules in these areas in accordance with the protocol. The protocol is the driver of this statutory instrument, and its destination is to criminalise trade on these issues within the United Kingdom, because this statutory instrument regards the rest of the United Kingdom as an alien place, as a non-EU third country, whereas we are regarded under the protocol as under EU jurisdiction. That is what this pernicious statutory instrument is doing. And anyone who votes for it, and there'll be some on this side of the House who will enthusiastically vote for it, because of course they want to divide the United Kingdom. Of course they want to hive us off from the rest of the UK. Of course they're quite content to criminalise trade and inhibit trade with the rest of the United Kingdom. But there are some in this House who do know better, but are going to do worse. Why? Why is a DUP minister bringing to this House a motion, a statutory instrument, to criminalise this obtuse but in principle important area of trade in the United Kingdom? That's what is being done, Mr. Principal Deputy Speaker. There's no wriggle room there. There's no dodging that. That is the emphatic import and effect of this statutory instrument. So it's not technical. It's not non-policy. It's embracing the most pernicious of policies, namely that Northern Ireland should not be treated as an integral part of the United Kingdom, but should be treated in goods as an integral part of the EU. And everyone who goes through these lobbies today, that is what you're voting for. Don't say, oh, it's only technical. It's not. Don't say you didn't understand it. You do now. And it's with that understanding that this House will make its decision. I welcome the fact that the Ulster Unionists and Mr. Wells see the issue. I continue to be appalled that those who should know the issue refuse to see it and will promote the very protocol that they claim to oppose. Thank you.
Thank you. No other speaker has indicated to me, and therefore I call the Junior